So Nigel, you've had some more time to analyse the Morecambe game. What did you take from the performance and how have the squad responded in training since Tuesday?
Yeah, it was a tough night. Obviously, you rightly say that. I didn't get much sleep on Tuesday night. I look at the players after the game, started it ever so well. Ever so well, you know, the preparation going into it, the mindset, everybody. Again, we started the game ever so well. Harvey Saunders, phenomenal. Second goal that we scored, the team goal. Honestly, some of the movement, we highlighted a little bit of a weakness in the opposition and it's worked a treat. It was really, really good. But I didn't get much sleep because obviously it was quite disappointing in the manner we've lost the game at the end. You can see that in the dressing room with the players. They care. We all care. And we could see that. But yeah, cold light of day, following day, Wednesday, managed to just sit down as I normally do, just watch the game back with all the emotion taken away, see what lessons we can learn from it. Ultimately, we've lost the game, so we've got to address that. I had a good meeting, debrief this morning. We talked on some of the things that we've got to improve on as a group, as individuals and as a group. But likewise, some of the got to keep reminding players of things that we've done well and done well in the game because we've consistently put good performances in. So the realisation is there's things we can improve on, as always. But there's things also on the balance that we're doing really well at. Again, scoring 2 goals, massive threat. Could have gone 3-4-1 up with 20 minutes to go. Examples on that. But just minor little details. We just got to keep working on getting that right. But we've got a structure, we've got an organisation, and we've got people who care. They care, which is important because I want everyone to care about Tranmere Rovers. And we've got people who work very, very hard at trying to do the best they can.
You mentioned Harvey Saunders and he was a perfect example of that. Inside 10 minutes he had an assist and won a penalty as well. How impressed were you with his impact?
He was superb from the very, very beginning. Again, when we talk about energy and we talk about the threat that he has of running in behind and linking in with 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗔, who again is exceptional. His energy, his enthusiasm, you just want that in abundance. And he's a threat. He carries a massive threat all the way through. And I must say, he doesn't just run, his appreciation, having done all the hard work to square the ball for 𝗦𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧's goal. 𝗦𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧 hitting a personal breast, breaking in there from a counter-attack to get in there was exceptional. And again, the threat to go and win the penalty. Our second goal was a joy to go and watch where a nice bit of movement playing out. We win the ball back, good little bit of movement where we've gone play to set something up. And obviously, see if we can get Harvey to get behind the centre half in there to threaten with his pace. And that led to the penalty. So it was some real good football leading into that. I was really pleased. And again, from his point of view, phenomenal physical data that he's putting out there. And that, you know, we can get 4 or 5 players anywhere near that, then that 9 times out of 10 gives us a chance to win games of football.
So you mentioned having people who care about Tranmere Rovers. Overall, this is a group of players who always work hard.
Yeah, it's the standards we've got. We talk about making sure that what's an environment like when you're winning? You come in early, standards are high, you talk to each other, you stay a bit later. We've got that. What's an environment like when you're losing? You come in late, you blame everybody else, standards are poor, you blame and you leave early and you don't talk to people. Now, we don't want that environment, that's why we do the debrief, so we can learn lessons and move on. But from my point of view, we've got a good group of players who care. You can see that in how they've responded to defeats. You can see that in how the manner, the mood of them in the dressing room, but you can see that in how they train on the training ground. And they come in, we go in an analysis room, and we look to learn the lessons, develop the individual, build a team. We've got an honest environment where people will put their hand up and go, yeah, it was my fault, my mistake, I should have done this better, I should have done that better. So it's trying to get the balance right, that, come on, there's things that we've got to improve on, but likewise, there's also things that you're doing very, very well. Just highlighted there, how we started the game yet again. Started the game really well. And from my point of view, we've just got to make sure that we keep everybody going because we've consistently done that. And again, the other night was very deflating was the word. The manner of the last goal against an opposition who had been on, they just won the last 3 as well. So they were on good form. But we've got to pick ourselves up and we've got to start again.
As you've mentioned before, the importance of drawing a line on the last game and moving on. The focus must now be on solely winning the next game.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. It's the next game. So again, the process that we have, we do everything we can to plan and prepare, do everything we can to win the game of football. Then we analyse it, learn the lessons from it, because if you don't learn lessons, you're not going to improve, you're not going to keep moving forward. You make mistakes, you learn by mistakes, you learn by failure, because if you don't, you ain't going to learn. If you're just constantly winning all the time, you've got to strive to keep improving. And we've got a group of people who are prepared to do that. Then you've got to draw a line underneath it, because we've got so many games of football. And you've got to draw a line underneath it, and then you've got to get ready for the next game. Can we arrive at the next game fit, fresh, organised, knowing what it means to play for Tranmere Rovers? And I would suggest we've consistently been doing that. And we've got a great game at the weekend when we talk about Stockport County.
Obviously, we do host Stockport this weekend. How much are you looking forward to the test of taking on the league leaders?
Yeah, as you rightly say, league leaders, big squad of players, strong squad of players, big test for us. But that's what you want. It's the next game. We look at it. We believe that we can beat anybody on any given day. Now, over a period of time, you'll find out about that. But on any given day, we believe we can beat anybody. We've got to have that belief. We've seen that when we go behind, we can come back and win. We go away from home, we can go and win. And we've played good teams in this division, and we've gone and won. So from our point of view, we know we can do that. However, massively respectful of the opposition we're going to go and play. We always do that. Sun Tzu, art of war, know the opposition before you get on the battlefield. And from our point of view, we know that they're going to have massive threats. They're at the top of the league for a reason, because they've consistently been good. So from our point of view, we've got to regroup again. Very disappointing that we've lost the 2 games this week going into this game. And the energy that's been expended by the players, phenomenal. So again, the physical side of it, the emotional side of it, it can be draining. But again, the process we have, we just got to put them to bed, learn the lessons, and then get ready for the next one. It's that process of going into the next game full of energy, full of vigour, full of belief, knowing it's going to be a big crowd, knowing that you're going to represent Tranmere Rovers. People are paying money to come watch you play for Tranmere Rovers. You're playing with your teammates, playing for Tranmere Rovers. The special times, special occasions, and you've got to make sure you go out and everybody, all of us individually, bring the positive energy to get round each other and just drive everybody on. Because maybe after losing the last couple of games, it can affect everybody. Let's not be unaware about that. It can affect when you're losing games. It can affect you, but we've got to pick ourselves up and go again.
Brad Walker wasn't involved on Tuesday. Could he be in the squad for this weekend?
Yes, he could. He's trained. We've had 32 out on the grass this morning, which is Thursday, which is great. Jake Leake's actually joined in a bit out on the grass for the first time, which is great. He won't be involved at the weekend. We've got a game on Tuesday behind closed doors. So the likes of Luke Norris, 𝗦𝗢𝗨𝗥𝗧, Joe Starbuck, Usman Kane, just to name 4 there, we'll be playing in that, getting valuable game time. So we've got a large squad of players with people coming back from injury, new additions to the group, players who need games of football because we've had more or less a settled side. So again, we want that competition for places, and we need to make sure we keep everybody up there. Going back to the original question there with Brad Walker, he's trained today. Obviously after the interviews now, we'll go and sit down and make sure there's no adverse reaction to that before I start thinking about what the team's going to be for the weekend's game.